this kind of training is not about work relationships and about what you do at work. This is about your own life. If you take this home and you bring it to your heart and you live it, everything will fall in place for you. Not only at work and not only at home. But you need to take it, embrace it, and make it your own. Then you will strive forward and you will go places. Please go there, make it your own, and live your life like this. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, so so today was a tough day at work for the guys that work at Eton. We work in a very highly pressurized environment, and I almost thought maybe I shouldn't go, but I'm so glad I came. I mean, seeing Cedric come up here and talk, amazing. Also Judy, right? Judy is usually very shy and reserved, and then also seeing Pete emotional. It just makes me realize once again that we are just humans, you know. We're just normal people that are trying to go about our daily lives and trying to improve our lives. What I can say to you as an encouragement is, and especially to my team, you have all the opportunities in the world. I think sometimes we aim too low. I think that's our biggest problem. Cedric, why a manager? Why not a CEO? What stops you from doing that? So I think maybe sometimes you just need to take a step back and say, you know what, maybe there's something greater out there for me. Maybe it's not where I am now, but I can do this in the future. And I think that's what I want to say to you today. So I'm very humbled to be here. Thomas, I've just recently completed the BMS course. It was amazing. This is not training, this is actually equipping people to do something. We're not going home with a whole lot of worksheets and stuff that we're never going to apply. We're actually going to do this stuff every day. And it's been 2 weeks now that I've done, and I've actually started doing these things. And it's making a huge difference in my daily interaction with people and also with my results. So thanks for having us here, and all the best to you guys.
Thank you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Maxwell Tubes.
Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry. I'm Derek Kirby. I'm the HR manager of Maxwell Tubes. We're a company out there in Springs, and we do copper products. We've got 4 people in here. I can see them all back there. And the important thing with us is that this is the first time we're doing something like this. And we're doing it deliberately. In the past, we've put people in positions and you develop as you go along. And we've suddenly got this idea that if you're gonna put a person in a place, you've got to assist them to perform in that. Instead of putting them and watching if they do perform, you've got to help them along so that the person is able to cope. The second part about it is we went through Jacob, I think. By the way, I'm with a colleague, Jacob Malos. He's the training officer at Maxwell Tubes. I think we went through 4 companies before we settled on Dyna, Thomas. And the biggest part about it was not that what Thomas is doing can't be done by other companies. I'm sure you know there's lots of training companies. It's the essence of that training, the fact that you want the training to be effective. You want the person who's being trained to feel in him that suddenly I'm seeing something here and I'm seeing myself learning something and I'm moving. And while I was listening to everybody who was here, that was the important part, the personal part of the stories you say. Because we cannot make a speech say, thank you, I've been here, glad I'm here, I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna do this. But when you make it personal, it means you have been moved. And that's the essence of it. You know, to move from where you were yesterday to a new place. And at the end of the day, you can learn everything except attitude. It's the biggest bummer in life, and we never learn it. We felt Dyna would influence the attitude, which makes you see what you didn't see yesterday, which moves you from here to here, because what you see when you're standing here looks different when you stand here. And that ability doesn't come normal. I like where I stand, and everything looks clear to me where I stand. Moving means I challenge myself and I question, and I'm forced to agree with you. We felt this course would do that. Certainly we've seen it from some of the people who come from my company. So the biggest thing for me would be allow yourself to learn. Allow yourself to change. And accept that you are bigger than where you've been put. We are very descriptive in South Africa. I tell Thomas is Austrian and white, and I lock him in that description. When you do that, you lose a whole lot of value in what Thomas offers. And if you knew him for 2 minutes, you'd probably change your view and forget. Forget that he's Austrian, you know.
Give too much homework.
Which is good, by the way. You guys are kekelism, so that was good, they learned that. But other than that, thank you, Thomas. And I like what Goba said, but that's fine.
I think I should start by thanking Thomas. Thank you very much for your time as well that you invested in these guys. So I was one of those people that said when HR presented this course to us, say, it's another course. People always go for training. But you know what? When they came back, when I sit with Tsepo and Tolani, I could see something different. They've learned something. And it's something of a true value. You know, they apply it at work, they apply it in their personal lives. That was the most important thing that I could see. This is really a good cause. I even shared with Thomas when he did the first visit that, you know what, I was one of those. But you know what? You've been given an opportunity. Thomas has equipped you guys with the knowledge. It's for you now to take it further. It's not Thomas, it's not the manager. They're not going to follow you up and say what? No. The positive attitude that you had when the company said you go for this course and you accepted, with that positive attitude, I tell you, you can never go wrong. One last word that I want to say to you is that always make sure that you're quick to listen, but slow to respond. In that way, you will never go wrong. I tell you that. Thank you.
Very much. Thank you.
No pressure, but eaten. Yes. So, guys, Thomas, thank you once again, right? And I share all the views that was said about Thomas. You do come a long way, and I honestly, Thomas wasn't like this before. He was strict, an engineer. The lines must be straight, the tables, everything, right? But the value that you bestow on the delegates is, yeah, no words to describe it. And to agree with everyone and everything that was said. But to me, the sky is not the limit. Space and beyond is the limit. And to the delegates, the challenge starts now, right? So Monday morning, you're back in the office. It's back to the same place where you work, right? And it's the same challenges. There might be more challenges, but now it's the time for you to actually apply what you've learned, and you need to just embrace this. Yes, you're gonna get challenges. Cedric, honestly, the last 3 months, I must say, sure, we all agree, the change, it's been good, but you're gonna have to keep that momentum. And it's not gonna be easy. You're gonna get the struggles. Your line managers are gonna push back as well, but push as well. And that is the whole reason why you guys are here, right? We're developing you for managers, for leaders, for senior positions, CEOs, right, Cohen? But you're gonna have to push and challenge them as well, right? Challenge us as well. I said, yes, I'm promising this and I'm gonna do that. Hold us to those promises. Don't let it go. And it's for your development, but then at the same time for your teams as well, where you go back. Go back and share the purpose of life with them. Share the meaning of life with them. We spend our whole day almost at work, right? Some of us longer. So let's share that purpose, okay? Pete, I'm so emotional. Okay, that's it.
Wendy, Tiger Brands, Albany, and then Paul. Okay.
Premier bread, you said it all. If you don't eat Albany, you're missing out.
Buy bread on a Thursday, guys.
Oh.
Buy bread every day. There is no best day. Go buy Albany, it's Premier. Having said that, you know, I'm sitting here, my heart is swelling with pride to see how many people are saying, even not from Albany only, to see how many people are standing here and saying, I thank you that I came out of the shell. I think for me that's the impact. And to see people coming, standing, like chasing each other to want to come and say thank you. You have done a great deal of work in the employees, even in our employees standing here, and I know it's not easy coming to stand up in front and saying what you have learned. Someone has said, this is just the beginning. Don't withhold it, go and practice it. It's not gonna be easy, you will be met with the same challenges, but draw from the knowledge. Because the reason why companies are training employees is for return investment, but most of it all is to equip you. It's the knowledge that you have, go and use it out there, no one is gonna take it from you. But if you keep it inside, it's not gonna work for you. Go and apply it day by day, and you will see the change even in your employees. Thank you.
He said it, gentlemen. Afternoon all. Albany, don't forget, we supply you with the award. Okay, so I'm a very shy person. Don't like to stand in front and address a group of people. But what I'd like to share is that what Thomas has said, he's an engineer. So engineer by profession, but I've overcome that. Right? So in life, what you need to understand is that when you are a great leader, it's when you see others growing. Okay, forget about yourself. Okay, so in life, when you always stretch your mind and say, "This is a milestone that I want to achieve," so I'm forgetting about others. It's not a good example. So you need to be in a position to coach others, to groom them to be where they want to be. All right. And one thing that I'd like to share with you is that the course that you've done, all right, it is actually going to equip you to balance your lifestyle as well as your work environment. So tomorrow we can replace you at any time, but the most important thing is to consider your family as well. So try to strike the balance between the two, and always try to push others to actually reach those heights. So in that, I'd like to thank you. Thank you, Thomas.
Oh, thank you.